Does a stay-at-home parent need life insurance? Yes, and the biggest mistake parents can make is insuring the breadwinner and not insuring the stay-at-home parent. Most of the time we forget about it because there's no paycheck associated with what the stay-at-home parent is bringing to the home. But if you were to pay for all of that, it would actually cost you quite a bit of money. So we made this tool here to kind of get an understanding of how much would a stay-at-home parent need coverage for. The link to this is in the description. You can click it and it'll take you to this page. And how much coverage does a stay-at-home parent actually need? Well, first off, if we just run through it, you see here number of children. It's already populated with some presets in there, but you can change this. Maybe you just have one child. Age of your youngest, maybe that's for support them until age. This basically just says until what age would you want your life insurance to support your child. Do you want it to cover them until high school, or do you want it to cover them into college, or maybe you have some other age in mind? But let's say until high school. Here it's the final expense. Just means after a parent dies, the whole proceeding afterwards is going to cost money. Funerals nowadays cost roughly between $7,500 to $15,000. So you don't want the family paying for that out of pocket, and especially when the life insurance can help with that. So right here you can put whatever you want, but 10,000 is a solid number. Childcare per child per month. So this number is what national average is, but of course, based off where you live, that can be quite a bit different. So around my area, I know it can be even around 3,000 per month per child. So it is definitely, can vary by state and cities even. Household management per month. So, if you don't know some of these numbers, you can always call around different service companies to see, what would it cost to get your house, cleaned, everything on the inside, laundry, whatnot. So as well, these services can change, but nationally, $450 per month, and groceries and cooking. So this basically is a cost of someone going out, grabbing the groceries, and actually cooking you a meal. It doesn't factor in costs of going out and eating out. That would be separate completely. But as you can imagine, if the stay-at-home parent passes away, if you're the working parent, your life is going to change dramatically. You're going to have a lot more responsibilities at home, and those responsibilities can factor in and make it such that you'll have reduced hours. In some cases, you may even need to switch careers altogether because your life at home requires it. So, if you're going to be eating out every meal and you're not going to be cooking as much, that's drastically going to change how much money you're going to be spending. So this is a factor in there as well. Maybe for your family, it's a lot higher than what this is too. So you can click the button here, calculate my coverage, and it'll tell you, okay, estimated annual replacement, it's about $45,000 per year. And just so you know, this can be way higher. Things like salary.com, they say it's almost $184,000 a year. With all the services that the stay-at-home parent provides in the home. So, as I said, these numbers can vary wildly based off of all the services that the stay-at-home parent does provide, and what all you would need to pay for around if they were gone. So, if you look at the coverage based off of the numbers that we placed in, for 14 years, which would mean, your youngest is at 4, going all the way through 18, you would want this amount of coverage for the stay-at-home parent. And if you want to see what it would cost, you can click this button. It'll auto-populate in the next tab, which is the cost there. You can put in your age, sex. Term length just means how long do you want to have this policy for? Do you want to have it for 10 years? Do you want to have it for 20 years, or do you want to have it for 30 years? That's what this part is. 20 years is a good length. It'll cover the 14 years that your child is going to be growing. Coverage amount populated from the previous field, and then height and weight, and it'll give you here a rough estimate, monthly estimate of that cost. Now, the healthier you are, the more cheap the insurance will be. If you have health concerns, you'll be on the other side of the payments, but your health is your currency, so you just want to make sure you get the policy soon rather than waiting until health changes, and then maybe you won't even qualify after that to get those policies. So definitely don't skip the stay-at-home parent. Coverage for them is essential to keep your family going in case something does happen. So if you found this video helpful, give a like, give a comment down below if you have further questions. If you want to talk with me, you can push this button here and it'll take you to my calendar, and we can go over some more information if you're interested in moving forward. All right, thanks so much.